Have you ever felt your heart racing, palms sweating and mind going blank at the mere thought of approaching an attractive woman?
Yeah, I can relate to that in a big way.
That overwhelming feeling, my friend, is known as approach anxiety. It's a common barrier that can hinder our potential relationships with women. Approach anxiety manifests in various ways. Some experience a racing heart, sweaty palms, or a blank mind. Others might find themselves stuttering or unable to speak at all. It's that voice in your head that screams, "Don't do it.
Don't do it.
You'll make a fool of yourself." But have you ever wondered what's at the root of this fear? The causes of approach anxiety are as diverse as the people who experience it. Take, for example, Brandon. He's a confident guy in most areas of his life, but when it comes to approaching women, he's paralyzed by the fear of rejection.
I am so scared.
He imagines scenarios where he's laughed at or outright ignored, and it stops him in his tracks. Then there's Alex, who struggles with low self-esteem. He's convinced that he's not interesting or attractive enough for a woman's attention, so he doesn't even try. He watches from the sidelines, envying men who can easily strike up a conversation with a woman. And let's not forget about Sam, who once mustered the courage to approach a woman he liked, only to be met with a harsh rejection. The memory of that pain haunts him, making him think twice before taking another chance. For him, the fear of reliving that negative experience is a significant barrier. But here's the good news.
I could really use some good news.
Approach anxiety can be overcome, and it starts with self-reflection. Take a moment to understand your fears. Are they based on reality, or are they just worst-case scenarios your mind has concocted? Once you've pinpointed the source of your anxiety, you can begin to challenge and reframe those negative thoughts. For Brandon, who fears being laughed at or humiliated, self-reflection helped him realize that his fear was based on a few isolated incidents from his past. By acknowledging that these experiences were not indicative of every potential interaction, he began to challenge his negative thoughts and gradually gained the courage to approach women with more confidence.
I feel more confident now.
Alex, struggling with low self-esteem, used self-reflection to identify his strengths and positive qualities. He started to focus on these attributes instead of fixating on his perceived flaws. This shift in perspective helped him feel more worthy of attention and reduced his approach anxiety. Sam, haunted by memories of a painful rejection, used self-reflection to understand that one bad experience doesn't define all future interactions. He worked on accepting the past and moving forward, realizing that each new approach offered a fresh opportunity, unburdened by previous setbacks. Next, we move on to gradual exposure. This means taking small, manageable steps towards facing your fear. Start with something low stakes, like asking a stranger for the time or giving a compliment. As you build up your confidence, you can gradually work your way up to more direct approaches. To see how this works, let's see how Mike and Travis were helped through gradual exposure. Mike had always been terrified of starting conversations with women he found attractive. To overcome his approach anxiety, he started by practicing small talk with female colleagues at work, asking about their weekend plans or opinions on a new project. As his confidence grew, he began complimenting women in social settings, like commenting on their outfit or hairstyle.
I like your hair.
Eventually, Mike felt comfortable enough to ask a woman out for coffee, leading to his first successful date in years. Gradual exposure also helped Travis, a shy and introverted man who found it daunting to approach women at bars or social events. He decided to start his journey of gradual exposure by joining a mixed-gender cooking group where he shared a common interest with the members. This allowed him to engage in conversations with women in a low-pressure environment.
Hey, good looking. What you got cooking?
Over time, Travis's comfort level increased, and he began attending social gatherings with the group, where he successfully initiated conversations with women he was interested in, leading to meaningful connections. In both scenarios, the men used gradual exposure to build their confidence and reduce their approach anxiety, ultimately achieving success in their interactions with women. And finally, positive reinforcement. Celebrate your successes no matter how small. Every time you push past your comfort zone, you're taking a step towards overcoming your approach anxiety. You just give yourself a pat on the back and keep moving forward. After each successful interaction, Mike would stand in front of his mirror and affirm his progress by saying, "You did it, Mike.
Did you hear that, Mike?
You're getting better at this every day." This simple act of self-recognition boosted his morale and motivated him to continue pushing his boundaries. Positive reinforcement also greatly helped Travis, who kept a journal where he noted every positive encounter he had with women. Before attending social events, he would read through his journal, reminding himself of his past successes. This practice reinforced his belief in his ability to connect with women and encouraged him to keep advancing in his journey. In conclusion, facing your fears, building your confidence, and taking small steps are key to overcoming approach anxiety. It's a journey, but with perseverance you can get there. And remember, every great conversation, every meaningful connection starts with a single approach. And you want to know what you really can do to approach and connect with beautiful women. Just go ahead and subscribe now to get early access to our cutting-edge videos related to dating, relationships, and personal growth. You'll be glad you did. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever experienced approach anxiety? How did you overcome it? Share your stories in the comments section below. Together, we can face our fears and unlock our full potential. And connecting with beautiful women will be our destiny.